Yo, it's 10:15. Just got to Hamilton Lake. Gonna go for a hikoi around the lake, and I might take a seat somewhere and do a recording. Just want to clear my head. It's been a lot. It's been a lot going on the last couple of days. I've kind of lost my balance, gone off center. So I'm hoping this walk is gonna help clear my head, provide some clarity, refuel my wairua, clear my hinengaro, nourish my tinana, and help my whānau. Alright, talk to you later. Kia ora. So I just finished doing my walk. I don't know what time it is, my watch is flat. I think it was 10:15 when I started, and now it's probably been 45 minutes. So it's probably 11 something. I actually took my time, so it's probably more closer to an hour, because I stopped quite a few times. I was getting dizzy and I was feeling a bit lightheaded throughout the walk. I must have stopped like half a dozen times, sitting down, resting, closing my eyes. So I'm just sitting here, my car's over there somewhere. I feel like I'm probably going to come back for another walk in the afternoon, maybe, because if I want to hit 10,000 today, I'm probably going to need to. Last time I looked at my phone, it was like 2,300. This is the 3.7 kilometer circuit lake, so it's like 4,000-ish steps probably. So yeah, if I want to hit 10, I'm going to have to do another round at some point, probably tonight. So after this, I'm gonna go home, have some lunch, and do some work for an hour, and then rest, catch up with my fiance, pick her up from work, and then I don't really have a plan for the afternoon. But I had a chat with Tonga from Nest Interior Design, my new friend. She was giving me some advice, because the last days have been a bit tough for me. Routine has kind of fallen flat, as you would have probably noticed. Haven't been going for my morning walks because we've been in Auckland and just haven't been doing it. Sleeping late, forgetting to do my videos. I can't even remember if I uploaded last night, to be honest, so I need to check that. Haven't done the morning. I haven't done Darren Daily today. It's like, man, I did my morning push-ups. I did 33. I'll do another 33 when I get home. That'll get me to 66, and then I just need to do 34. So maybe I'll do more, maybe I'll get to 40 or something. And I need to do some work. I need to do some work on this business. I think I'll do brainstorming based on what I talked about to Tonga. And then this other lady from LinkedIn, she gave me some advice too. She said maybe try jot down, do some brainstorming. That's what helped her when she was starting out. She brainstormed what she was good at. And then she said, like, what are the 10 things that you are really passionate about that you would wake up and want to do for free? And I remember back to when I was doing Toastmasters, and I loved what I was doing, I really loved what I was doing. I could do it for ages. There was something special about it. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. It was a mixture of being able to create things, being able to write, being able to communicate, be in a leadership position, be able to mentor, guide, coach, inspire, speak, all of these things. Create guides, an evaluation guide. I did a general evaluator guide, which was like a 6-month project that I took on board. So my pathway, if you're familiar with Toastmasters, there was 10 paths at the time. Then they added humor, whatever it's called. That was number 11. The first one that I started was innovative planning, and I think it was a level 3 project. It was manage a project or something, and for that one, or was it proposal? Something like that. For that one, I decided to do a guide for a general evaluator, which actually turned out to be like my favorite role. And it was the only role where everything got evaluated. So, I studied, I learned about it, and then I created this really comprehensive guide that I got field tested by pretty much every member in the club, experienced, beginner. And the idea was that it would help provide guidance for that role, because it was quite a complicated, hefty role. You had to evaluate before the meeting things like, did they pick a theme, was the communication sent out, all the stuff. Arrival to the meeting, like the guest greeter, did they set up, who set up the room, did people arrive on time, all of the stuff. And then during the meeting, how were the roles, were speeches evaluated correctly, was the timing done correctly, was the grammarian done correctly, visual aids, all the stuff. Evaluate the meeting, and then after the meeting, did an email get sent out, were roles updated, was the agenda updated on Free Toast Host, which is like a platform that we would use. So it was before the meeting, arrival to the meeting, during the meeting, and after meeting. So that's a guide that I created, and I managed to distill it down to 2 pages. It was really effective, it was really successful. It got used by a lot of people in the club, and then it was so successful and effective that Fiona Hippolyte, one of the mentors, one of the founders of the club, she took it to other clubs and used it there. So it was very successful, and that was one thing that I liked about it: the ability to have an impact, the ability to create something, document something, test it, use it, provide it, people have a good experience, and then it gets shared, and then people improve and they grow. So I also got a lot of mentees. I think at one point I had 6 different people that were supposed to be mentored by me. But the challenge with that is that not everybody is as committed as I was. So, they won't show up, or they won't do what they should do. And yeah, I don't know. I felt like if I could do Toastmasters as a business, as a profession, a mixture of speaking, coaching, mentoring, creating stuff, that would be the dream. So I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out, how to build that into this coaching business concept idea that I've got, about how to make people their best selves, how to help people become their own superhero. What does that look like? And then how do I mix my culture, being Māori, Indigenous values, how do I inspire people, how do I help them, and keep it all grounded in whakapapa and Indigenous values. So that's what I'll be brainstorming and trying to figure out today after this. But for now, it's probably enough talking. I'm gonna just enjoy the sun and rest a bit, and then I'll shoot off home. If you're watching, thank you for your support. Thank you to my subscribers. I don't know if you're watching every video or yeah, I check every day. I check if there's any comments, I check if there's likes, but it means a lot. I know that I don't have a big following, and that's fine. I'm going to be doing this every day for the next 10 years. So yeah, stay tuned. More to come. Appreciate you. Yo, I'm just waiting for the missus, for my future wife, fiance, to come from work. It's 4:31, so she should be arriving any moment. Oh, it's been a long day. We drove from Auckland this morning, and yeah, and then I went to the lake for a walk. That was maybe an hour, and then after that I met up with a friend and had a chat, and then went home, had lunch, and yeah, did some work. Actually did some brainstorming on my business and my vision, and I'm pretty happy where the direction is going. So it's starting to kind of come together a bit, which is really nice. I've figured out like my unique offering, kind of mission statement, like the end goal, and how this ties to the how what I'm doing now connects to the end goal. Like, it's starting to become a lot more polished and a lot more well put together. But the goal is to like focus on the one business, and that business at the moment is going to be Māori superhero coaching, which I'm actually undecided on whether or not to change it to a sole trader situation or leave it as a limited company. I honestly have no clue what I need to do, so I have an offer to have a chat with an accountant. A friend of mine is an accountant, so he said he can pass the details on to me, so I might actually do that, because I think that's an important key decision that I need to make. I kind of feel like the sole trader route is a good way to start, but I also know that if you plan to make, I think, $60,000 a year, you really need to be a company. That's kind of my understanding, but yeah, I'll have to dive into that. I had 2 catch-ups organized tomorrow, one with a Māori guy who wanted to talk about a conference or event that I might be speaking at, I guess, as a panelist, which is exciting. But I wanted to make sure that I'm the right fit, because I'm kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out at the moment in regards to like my masters. And then the other catch up is with a lady from America who literally just connected with me maybe a day ago, or maybe today, and we started kind of commenting back and forth, and she had some really great feedback, and I'm like, you know what, I think we should jump on a call, because you're great and I'd love to talk to you. So she's actually going to help me with she's going to help bounce some ideas around with regards to my business plan. And the great thing that I love is that she's coming at it from a Pākehā perspective. She's in the States. She has an affinity for the Māori culture, because she actually learned about me from Kōrero Online, which is our online Reo Māori platform where you learn te reo. So that's where I did my lessons. So she heard about me from their page, and she's been following my journey, and she commented, and she's got some excellent feedback about how to think about the brand from like a non-Māori, non-Indigenous perspective. So I'm looking forward to have a chat with her. And yeah, like I said, I had another chat with this Māori guy tomorrow, but I actually got a phone call about an interview in Grey Lynn, so I have to drive up to Auckland from here, and I did like the ETA, and it's basically going to be an hour 30 to 2 hours drive, which is pretty rough. Basically means I drop my fiance off, and then I go straight to Grayland from here. I don't even know if I'm going to have time to go home and get changed. So I didn't bring any dress pants or anything like that. So I'm going to have to look at the wardrobe and see what I actually have that is going to be business casual, because I didn't bring any of those kind of clothes with me. And I don't have time for a shave. I suppose we could maybe try and do some shopping tonight, but actually no, it's too late. It's like 4:30. So yeah, it's a real out of it job. It's a entry sales position, 0 experience needed. It's for Driver Co. It was a job that I applied for on Seek, and the guy told me, he goes, bro, we had so many applicants, but you were shortlisted in the top 20%, so congratulations. Can you tell me a little bit more about yourself? And I kind of told him a little bit, but yeah, I don't really have high hopes, to be honest, because I think once I tell them like I'm in Hamilton, it's kind of a big deal. Like I'm going to have to drive back and forth, unless they can give me like a real special offer and allow me to do, you know, part-time and kind of, I don't even know how it would work, to be honest, because I'll just have to explain like, look, we moved down to Hamilton because we didn't really have any other choice. So if you can make it work for me and you think that I'm, you know, a fantastic candidate for you, then yeah, absolutely, let's go for it. And if they ask about money expectations, I'll just be like, bro, I don't care. I need money. I need a job. I'm not getting any income, so I'll take anything on at the moment. I'll mention that you know, because I see they have stuff about ambitious people, and I'll just be like, bro, I'm super ambitious. I've started a company and I don't even know what I'm doing. So maybe there's a doorway for something else. Like, that's one of the things about interviews. You're not only interviewing for the role today, you could be interviewing for a role in the future. So maybe they look at me and they go, actually, we think you'd be perfect for X, you know, like a leadership position, because they have quite a lot of young people, and just looking at them, I'll probably be one of the older people there. And like, my CV is stacked with experience, so I can only imagine they're probably like, why is this guy applying for this entry-level position? And I'll just say, bro, I'm hungry. I'm hungry for growth and success and ambition, and I want to do all these big things and just kind of see how it lands. Like, I'm going into it with the expectation that I'm not going to get the job, and I'm going into it with the intention that this is another way for me to put myself out there. This is just a test, a chance to give it a crack. Like he said to me, what made you apply for it? And I'm like, bro, do I have a story for you? And I told him, bro, I was just taking shots left, right and center. Like, I would never apply for this job, but I figured, you know, when opportunity strikes, give it a go. So that's what I'm here for. Like, I just want to be completely transparent with them. Be like, man, I'm going to be one of the most unique people that you've ever met, and I'm going to tell you straight, don't hire me. Or I don't know, or something, like, you know, maybe the most outlandish thing I can do is just to dress super casual and be like, bro, I actually didn't have time to get dressed, but I'm here anyway. So if we don't vibe in the first 5-10 minutes, you know, understand, I don't want to waste your time. I have massive ambitions. If you're curious, I'd love to talk about it. Maybe I'm better suited for a leadership position, but I'm keen to just be super transparent. I'm an open book. I'll tell you my story. You want to get to know me, we can have a relationship, like a friendship. That's cool. Like, I'm just here to take my shot and just kind of be bold like that. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking and I will see you later. Yo, it is, what time is it? 10 o'clock? 9 o'clock, 9:02. Oh, I just posted my Darren Daily on LinkedIn. Just gonna sign off. So tired, eh? It's been a long day. We're back in Auckland because I got a phone call. I don't know if I already said this, but got a phone call for a 15-minute in-person get to know you thing because I was shortlisted for this role. So I figured it's better off if we come here and then she goes to work by herself, and then I get dressed here because all of my like nice clothes are here. I didn't take anything with us to Hamilton, so made more sense to do that. Then I can at least get dressed. I was planning on getting like a shave in the morning, but I just got a message from the barber that he can't work in the morning, so I might have to shave myself if I have stuff. Oh. Anyway, I'm really tired, so I'm gonna sign off and I'll see you tomorrow.